Hi Ryder, hope you all are doing well today. Well, we're going to have a series of John's Rants, or episodes of John's Rants, just for John's Rants. Got another one for you. Again, I'm going through social media and watching certain things and YouTubers and things like that. Won't say any names, won't mention anybody. And it's not just one person. I've heard this many a times on several different occasions. And here we go on the same thing, almost to the other rant I had the other day, the video I put up. About, is a Sportster a girl's bike or a boy's bike, man's bike, woman's bike? Anyway, this one is going to focus on so-called fair weather riders. Do you ride in the rain? Do you ride in the snow? What kind of weather do you ride in? Does it have to be sunny and no rain in the forecast for you to ride? Or do you ride no matter what the weather is? Me, for one, I don't care. I don't care what weather you ride in. I don't care if you're a fair weather rider or a so-called season rider. Now, my interpretation of a season rider is somebody that's been riding many seasons, not like seasons of winter, fall, summer, spring, whatever. A season rider to me is somebody's been riding for a long time. Whether you ride in the rain or the snow or the cold or the heat does not matter. If you are a fair weather rider, so be it. So-called fair weather rider. If you only ride when it's warm out and sunny out and no chance of rain, you don't like to wear rain suits or jackets or anything like that, no problem whatsoever. Much respect to you. If you get out on the bike every morning, don't look at the weather, don't care what the weather's going to be, and you hop on your bike and you just go, and you have your rain suit and everything you need, much respect to you. It does not matter what kind of rider you are as long as you ride. We get into the same thing over and over again. And I know I said I wouldn't put no more videos about it, but I'm going to have videos that I had to rant, and I had to have videos where I had to come on here and say something. And like you guys know, I show much respect to everybody. If you do not like riding in the rain, so be it. If you do not like riding in the cold, so be it. If you do not like riding at night, for instance, so be it. I know a lot of bikers that, you know, I got to be home before it gets too late, or I got to be home before it gets dark. Hey, so be it. If you don't want to ride it in the dark, for whatever reason, if I'm out riding with you, I'll ride back home with you. I don't care. I have no problem with that at all. Much respect. Everybody prefers one thing or another. And there's no right or wrong or, you know, anything like that. It's whatever you prefer as a rider. Do you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. It's the same thing when it goes upon what bike you're riding. Just do you. Ride what bike you want to ride. Ride in what weather you want to ride in. It's okay. You know, I'm not big on wanting to ride in this kind of weather or this kind of weather. I don't want to ride in that. I don't want to ride in the rain. Now, if I'm out riding, me and the wife, we have rain suits. She has one in her saddlebag. I have one in mine. If it starts to rain where we need to put on a suit, we'll do that and we'll roll on. But if it's raining real hard where I can't see, you're damn straight I'm going to stop and wait for the rain to go by. I'm not going to ride in a hailstorm or a thunderstorm or a lightning storm. I'm not going to do that. But much respect to you, if you keep rolling in that kind of weather, so be it. If I'm out in late October and it starts snowing and the roads are getting slick, my ass is going home. Just the way it is. I've seen horrible accidents. You guys know this. My sister had a horrible accident. It wasn't due to the weather, but I've seen horrible accidents And I don't want to be a part of accidents. Like you guys know, I've had accidents of my own. I don't want to be a part of another one. So if it's raining so hard that I can't see anything, or other motorists can't see me, you're damn straight my ass is pulling over, because I'm not taking unnecessary risks just so I can say that I ride in all seasons. Well, gotta hang that up there on that hook because I ride in all seasons. No, I don't care about that. I care about my safety. Most importantly, I care about my wife's safety over what everybody else thinks. So if you think I'm less of a rider because I won't ride in certain weather, so be it. And I'm telling you right now, there's no way on God's green earth I'm riding in the snow. It's just not going to happen. If you get me to ride in the cold, and cold to me is anything under 70 degrees most of the time. I might ride 65 degrees. But most of the time, that's cold to me. Now, back years ago when I started riding, yeah, I rode in the rain and it didn't even affect me, you know. I was a young rider, didn't affect me. I just did it. You know, did I ride in the snow back then? Absolutely not. Did I ride in the cold? Absolutely. You know, I'm an older rider now. You know, you guys know this. I'm going to say it. Be prepared. I've been riding 30 years plus. And, you know, things are changing with me, with my body and things like that. And I can't get out on, 7-hour rides and do all that stuff. Now, I still do it, but it's getting harder for me to do that. So I'll ride when I can. But am I going to ride in a rainstorm, putting my wife's life at risk or my life at risk or other people's lives at risk just so I can say, hey, I'm a biker man and I ride in the rain? Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it for anybody. But if you do, if you ride in the rain and you ride in the cold and you ride in the snow, much respect. I know guys that ride all year round. Fall, winter, spring, summer. They ride in it all. And hey, much respect to you. I have no problem with that. But there's people that do not want to ride in that kind of weather. They don't feel safe in that kind of weather. They don't feel safe for themselves, their passenger, or other motorists. And I respect that. So here we go again. Respect each other. Don't say to somebody, well, are you a fair weather rider? Are you a season rider? Do you ride all seasons? Or are you just a fair weather rider? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it if you are? If you're that person that gets up in the morning and looks at the weather, well, it's got a 60% chance of rain today, and then you look at the radar, well, it's not coming until later in the day, so we'll go out for a few hours. Or you look at the weather report and it's an 80% chance of rain, I'm not going out today. No problem with that. Why would you intentionally want to ride in the rain? I personally don't know anybody who intentionally wants to ride in the rain. Like I said, over the years, many a times I've got caught in the rain and I had to ride in it, but it wasn't thunderstorms. Now, when a thunderstorm came along, my ass was under a bypass or under a bridge and I'm sitting there till it's gone. I once sat in a Dairy Queen for 45 minutes with a torrential downpour just pounding on my motorcycle. And I sat there and sat there. There was no way I was going to go out in a thunderstorm, lightning and all that, and go ride my bike and take a chance on hurting myself or hurting my passenger or hurting anybody else so I can say, hey, I rode in the rain. Not going to do it. And I didn't do it. And I sat there and waited. And that was just a few years ago. So like I said, yeah, if I get stuck in, if I'm riding down the road and it starts to rain on me and it's not too bad, we'll keep rolling on. But if it gets really coming down, maybe we'll stop and put our suits on. Or maybe we'll stop at a restaurant somewhere, wait for it to pass. What is wrong with that? I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know, bikes, you got to be smart. You can't be reckless. You have to be smart when riding these motorcycles. They're not just something to take lightly, because you got a very narrow wheel. Yeah, it's made to take the turns, it's made to take and lean, it's made to do all these things in the right weather. This bike is not meant to lean that far on a curve in the snow. Come on. This bike can go down just for grass clippings being in the road. So yeah, I'm not going to be out there in the snow. I'm not going to be out there in the rain where I'm going to take a real big, curve and I'm going around and I think this thing's going to slide out from underneath me. Hell no, it's not going to happen. But let me say this again. Much respect to the people who do that. If that's the chances you want to take, the risks you want to take, you want to ride in the rain, you want to ride in the snow, you want to ride in all that, so be it. And I respect you for it. But don't come down on people who won't do that or choose not to do that. It goes back to what I was saying in the last video about girl's bike, boy's bike, man's bike, woman's bike. Just show respect for how everybody rides. Let's not make a big deal about what this rider does or what that rider does. What they do is their business. It doesn't make them any less of a rider, or it does not mean that they're not a biker. It does not mean any of that. They just have their preference. Everybody has it. And I'm just going to come on here when I see something I don't agree with, I'm going to come on here and shoot you straight on how I feel about it. Now, opinions are like assholes. We know this. Everybody's got one. And this is just my opinion. This is how I see it. Why take unnecessary risk if you don't have to? Now, I mean, if it's a steady rain and you're on a trip, yeah, I understand you can't sit under a bridge all day. I get that. I understand that. Get your suit on, ride responsibly, head home, or head to wherever your destination is. Got no problem with that one whatsoever. But if it's thunder and lightning and the winds are blowing at 60 miles an hour, or 50 or 30 miles an hour, yeah, it's probably smart to pull off somewhere in a restaurant till at least that part of it blows by, and then you can go on down the road. That's my opinion. So yeah, seasoned rider, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, bleep it down in the comment section, correct me if I'm wrong, but a seasoned rider, to me, is somebody who's been riding for many, many, many years. Many seasons, not just particularly spring, winter, fall, summer, whatever. I mean, several years. And I've been riding several years. And there were risks I took as a younger rider that I will not take today. I will not do it. Because you become smarter as the season and years go on. You become smarter, you become more aware of what can happen. Like I said, going around that curve, that big curve, you going around it in the snow, you think this bike's going to stay up on a slick road? Chances are, no, it's not. Now the rain, maybe, yeah, you might stay up. But it's still, you're taking a chance. But that's just my opinion, how I feel about it. Much respect for everybody. We show everybody respect on this channel, no matter what your opinions are, no matter how you ride or what you do, we respect you. But all I ask is you respect other people too. Don't call them out because they won't ride in the rain or they don't have a rain suit. Don't call them out for that. Don't call anybody out for that. Basically, do you and let other people do them. We're all motorcyclists. We're all in this community together. Let's keep that respect for each other. And say, hey, if you got a buddy that says, hey, I'm not going out today. I don't know why I just looked at my wrist. But anyway, I'm not going out today because later on in the day it's supposed to rain. Okay, no problem. We'll see you later. We're going to go. Nope, nothing bad about that. I'm not looking down at you about it. If you feel like you just don't want to get out today because there's a big chance of rain, much respect. But I will say this, and I've learned this over the years. Don't trust the weathermen. They could say it's not going to rain and then you're caught in a thunderstorm. Or they could say it's going to rain and it doesn't rain. So don't base your riding on just so much the weather, like getting up in the morning and look at the weather. Because they could say it's going to rain at noon. Next thing you know, it's not raining until 6, 7, 8 at night. So yeah, I wouldn't base my riding off the weather report. But if you do, so be it. That's just something I've learned, because I've learned, well, they say there's thunderstorms coming in all morning, and then you wait, and then there's no thunderstorms. So yeah, if you feel like just taking off and what happens, so be it. No problem with that. Anyway, you guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment, bleep it down there in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about this. Tell me, is it a big deal to you? Does it even matter? It kind of does to me, because I just don't like, and you guys understand if you watch my channel, that I just don't like people calling out people. I hate it. We don't have to call out each other. We don't have to do that. But anyway, like, subscribe, bleep a comment down there in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about it. Again, like, subscribe. Guys, take care out there. Be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.